When you first turn on your computer, the first screen you see after you put in the password is called the desktop. That is this screen you are looking at right here. Your screen probably looks a lot more cluttered than mine, but for the purposes of this demo, on the desktop you have little pictures. These are called icons, okay? This is the recycle bin. Everybody has a recycle bin. That's where you throw your documents away or whatever you want to chuck in there, okay? That's called an icon, and you'll have lots of different icons on your screen. These are actually also called icons at the bottom here, okay? So this is the desktop. That's the recycle bin. At the bottom is called the taskbar. That's this big bar at the bottom, and that's been on every Windows computer for as long as I can remember, okay? Also, what's been here forever, which people seem to be forgetting about, is the start button, okay? In the lower left corner, that square right there is called the start button. And when you click it, it brings up the start menu, which is this big black square right here, okay? So the start button brings up the start menu. Next to that is the search box where you can search for things on your computer. Next thing over is Cortana, which we won't talk about today. The next thing over is called Task View, which we'll explain another time as well. And then to the right of Task View are all your icons or applications or apps or programs. It all means the same thing for the most part. So mine is only has these 4 things on it, but yours is probably cluttered up with a lot more things. And you are in charge of what goes here, just like you are in charge of what icons you would like to see on your desktop screen. Over on the lower right corner is little things that kind of run in the background, like the clock. You have a little notification center here. You got the volume control, little things that just kind of run in the background. So as I said, you are in charge of what appears on the desktop here, or what appears down here on the taskbar, and in my opinion it should be the programs that you use most often. That would be, for most people, their email, and it would be I don't want to launch that just yet, but it would be your email, and it would be browsing the web, and possibly a word processor for typing documents, right? So you have tons of other programs on the computer, and they're all here on the, you can find them all by clicking the start button and coming to the start menu. And a lot of people make this harder than it is, but it's not difficult. When you click the start button and get to the start menu, you have a list of all your programs from A to Z in this list right here. That's it. It's not complicated. Over here is just a little empty space where you can take programs from here and bring them over here, so that you don't have to go, going through the list every day to go find your stuff. You can just drag something from here over to here. For example, the little calculator is a useful item, so we can take the calculator from here, hold down the mouse button, and just drag it over here, and voila, there you go. There's your calculator. And you can take the calculator from here and you can move it to the desktop as well. I'm trying to do that right now, but we're experiencing a classic Windows 10 glitch right now, so I'm just going to try that again. Here's the calculator. I'm going to pick it up from here and drag it over to the desktop, and boom, there you go. So you can take a program from here, the big list, you can put it over to here, and then you can also drag it over to here. You can also put it down here on the taskbar, right? And you can do that of a number of different ways, one of which is to drag the calculator down here and just drop it right onto the taskbar, okay? So now you've got a calculator here, you've got a calculator here, and you've got the calculator here, and you got a calculator here, okay? Why do you need it in 4 places? You don't. So it's up to you to decide where you want to see your stuff, okay? I don't want the calculator on the desktop, so I'm going to put it in the recycle bin. I don't want it down here because I don't use it that often, so I don't want it cluttering up my taskbar. So I'm going to remove it by right-clicking with the right mouse button and unpinning it from the taskbar. And now it's gone. By the way, a right click is almost always followed by a left click to choose whatever's on the menu. I can also remove whatever else I don't use. Here's the little Windows Store. I don't want it there. I'm going to right click it and unpin it. And this is the file manager, something we'll explain another time. And I see how I can move these things around and put them wherever I want. So I prefer to put things down here on the bottom that I use most often, and I prefer to keep my desktop clear. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want, and you should.